Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Now, I believe we've got a text on 3483, someone asking for advice there, Mogi.
That's right. This is not me, this is from the text on 3483.
Yeah.
I have a massive issue. My Land Cruiser has gone to the workshop for repairs that are out of my skill set. And the loan car is a Nissan Tiida. Is it normal to feel like you're less of a man when this happens? Question mark?
Yeah, can I just make a point on that? One of the regrets I have on the show is revealing the fact that I'm a massive car man.
Yeah.
Because I've found now is I'm just getting hugely inundated on my Insta account there with people asking me advice about cars and stuff. Seriously, I would have spent 8 hours on Sunday actually answering people's questions about cars.
Yeah.
And I can think of better things to do with my time, but that's a very good question.
That is a good question.
Because I know that you run a T-Dar and you feel...
I feel more manly.
Yeah.
Because I think what happens is, I think people can kind of have their identity tied to what kind of a vehicle they drive. And you often find that, people will sort of be driving around these, the big man vehicle like trucks and stuff like that. And it turns out they've got really tiny peckers.
Yeah. Totally.
And that's a fact.
That's not a fact. And, although in this situation, I have to say, he's going from a Land Cruiser, which is a big SUV, to a tiny little Minogi Nissan Tiida.
Yep, that's
or
right.
Tedious, as people often call them.
And that's why I think I'm such a good advertisement for those smaller cars, because people think to themselves, if this massive backbone can be driving around in one of those, then it's okay for me.
Yeah.
And so, I think it's a bloody good thing, mate, and good on you. It's sort of, there's other people out there that sort of need to make these kind of decisions as well, because everybody sees what they're up to.
Yeah, totally. What are you running
Why are you
with?
looking at me?
What are you running with, Keyzie?
Old truck.
Old truck. Yeah.
Old truck.
I've got the Skoda Shard.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one, man.
Yeah, that's a good car. But I mean, like you, Mogi, I don't give a crap about that sort of stuff. I mean, I've got about seven or eight cars in the garage at the moment that I'm working on. But I mean, I
what
love,
have you got?
I love the mechanics of it.
Oh, exactly, man.
But
it doesn't look. At the end of the day, it's to get me from A to B. The fact that I'm a genius with my hands, it's neither here nor there.
And seriously,
actually, that reminds me, Keyzie, I'm doing some bloody good work on some vehicles at the moment, and I need someone to come around and do some Instagram stories on them.
I don't just film Instagram stories, I also do the work on my old truck, right?
Right, yeah.
First of all.
And actually the tyres are dirty too.
Yeah, there was one part.
A little wipe down there.
Yeah, I had to clean off the...
Do you know how to put petrol in a car, man?
Yep.
Oh, okay, I'll get you on that as well.
Actually, having said that, I've never done it. I've filmed my dad doing it.
Yeah. Because he said that you tried to do that once and you tried to do the click thing on the...
Yeah, my wrist wasn't strong enough.
You couldn't get...
I got petrol over my shoes.
Well, you couldn't get your fat little fingers through
Yeah, my fingers were fat. That's right. Yeah. Then I shamed myself. Yeah.
But I know it's all good, Keyzie.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Tell you what, I had a busy weekend, mate, with the old stock cars.
Oh,
at
yeah?
Western Springs there. Jeez, it's full on, mate.
Oh, wow. Were you racing?
Pardon?
Racing.
Well, obviously, Keyzie, what else am I doing?
I don't know. I thought you might have just been watching.
No, I was deep in the racing.
Right.
It was a big event. I would say, by my own standards, Mogi, a pretty average kind of weekend. 3 wins, 2 second placings.
Got it.
Having said that, a lot of chassis problems.
Well, as you said to me, though, man, second is the first loser.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what to do with that silver medal, pal.
Yeah. Stick it where the sun don't shine there,
Right.
Keyzie.
But
Okay.
yeah, and to be fair, in those 2 second placings, I was basically functioning on just 2 tyres.
Right.
A couple of blowouts. So that's what really cost me. So by my standards, 3 wins, 2 second placings, pretty average.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
Flush the dunny on that one.
Yeah, look, I'm just going to close the door on that one and move on, get home, do a bit of tinkering
Any
with the car.
learnings?
Oh, yeah, I had a bit of backfiring stuff going on.
Oh,
I probably had a little bit too much basil, in the second race there. Probably overdosed a bit on that.
you said you spent a bit of time on the old Instagram in the third and fourth races. Just answering a few messages and
totally while you're in the cage. It's not helpful. I still won those races, but it was just one of those things. And the last race, the last one where I came second, too many beersies.
But the last race is... So were you in the final then, the last race? Because usually they'll have a few, round robin, getting points, and then they have the semi, and then they have the final as the final race. You came second in the final then.
I don't know what meets you go to, Keyzie, but you're up the wazoo there.
Right.
No, it's just all separate races for,
And then overall championship
and
points.
then overall championship points.
And
there is a final race.
What class?
But as I say, I came second in that because I had too many beersies.
Yeah, right. What class are you in?
A very high one.
What's the name of the? Is it like saloons or even sprint cars or?
This is the trouble, man. You know, this is like watching a game of rugby league and having somebody ask you, why their socks aren't pulled up or something. You know what I mean? It's
Didn't
like
you guys
you've
do
got
that?
such a, the knowledge just isn't there. Do a bit of research, Keyzie. Come to the table with a bit of knowledge, brother.
Thank you, Mike. And I actually did say to you before the show off air there that I'm reluctant to bring up what I did in the weekend because I knew that Keyzie would chip in and it would be
What?
like...
No, it's just
slow it down,
slow
you
it
know?
down. And
I wanna know,
that was
man.
just what I did for the weekend.
Spanner in the works.
Well, just
Totally, mate.
Keyzie.
Totally.
It's pretty easy. It's like, what class are you racing your stock
see
car?
again,
A very
we've been,
high one,
again,
Keyzie.
we've
that
been
mean?
bogged down in the details.
Right,
You're
fine.
talking to a guy here that's had 3 wins and 2 second places, man.
Right. Okay.
You
fair
want to talk about an incredible attitude. It's skills, man. How does he get those skills? And you're worried about class?
Yeah, top
Right.
class, Keyzie.
Top
Top
class,
class.
right.
A class.
And all right, well, one last
Super
question.
stock. It's called.
Super stock. Oh,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool. One last question. Was that Saturday night?
Yes.
Yeah. Just because My Chemical Romance was on Saturday night at Western Springs.
Yeah. God, it's bloody whacking into people all over the place. It's doing my head in.
Well, that's the thing. It slows you down, doesn't it?
It does, mate.
You say what you like, man. You hit a few pedestrians. It knocks a few Ks off the old Odo.
Thanks, Mogi.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
I saw on your Insta account there, Keyzie, you and your old fella, Don, posing in front of your new truck there. Well, not your new, your Don. I tell you what, Don,
Yeah.
great job, mate.
Don
great
won.
job. Yeah.
What do you mean? Well, we both did it. We both worked on it together.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
tyres did
yeah.
look clean, man. I'll give you that.
No, that was one job.
Yeah, I know. That's the one job you had. And
You did it really well, Keyzie. The tyres look spotless.
Good
but I've
on
just
you.
got to say, Don, what a magician, huh?
What I'd like to see is a before and after.
Yeah.
Actually.
There's literally, on my profile, Chris Key and Z, there's literally an entire restoration journey.
Yeah, I don't
that
want to see
features-
that because that's too long.
Right, you
I
want
want
to
a
see.
before and after.
That would be massively tedious to look
Yeah.
at.
Well, I think a lot of people have said it's quite interesting.
No, yeah.
A lot of people have said it's quite interesting.
I find it a lot because I did actually have a bit of a peruse at it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I
A
thought,
geese.
poor old Don working his ass off there, Keyzie behind his phone, taking photos, trying to make it my journey fixing my truck.
I didn't say my journey.
Old Don hammering away there, mate, sweat pouring off his brow.
Yeah.
Backbone, man.
Backbone. He would have complained about it, man.
Oh, no, he did.
No, he wouldn't have.
Nah, he would
No,
have just
Keyzie.
shut up and gone.
No.
There was one photo there actually of Keyzie. I could see him in the reflection on the window there in the car wearing his pink jacket.
Oh, yeah.
You know, old Don
Yeah,
was,
I know. Because
What,
in the
in the
photo,
workshop?
because in the photo you can see the real shame on Don's face.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Okay, first of
there
all,
were a few, but there were a few photos there actually where I didn't know if I was reading too much into it, Mogi.
Yeah.
But you're right, it was shame.
well, no, hang on.
Actually, I've been working on my truck.
Oh, right, okay.
This
Yeah,
week.
nice.
You've got a truck?
Just over the weekend. I got a couple of trucks here, brother.
How old are they?
But it broke down.
That'll
yeah.
happen with
So
old cars,
the,
though. It's never ending.
The missus there went to go out in the morning and it was like, no go. I was like,
Wait.
you take the other truck and
You've got two trucks?
I've got 2 trucks, and you take the other truck and I'll have a look at it when I get up. God's sake, you know what I
Right.
mean? Get out there, battery's completely rooted, not dead, rooted. So I had to get a new one of those bastards.
Right, okay.
Put that in there, and then
So, what kind of trucks are they? What make are we
Well,
talking?
the rooted one was a Toyota,
Oh, like an old Hilux or something.
Toyota Aqua.
An
Good truck,
Aqua.
though. Good truck.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not a truck.
It's
That's
a
like
good truck.
it's like a hatchback
So what I
hybrid.
do is I go in the front, put my door in the back in her seat, and
Yeah.
got room for a little pram and the old boot there in the back of the truck.
Yeah, nice.
But
So
no,
that's
that's
good,
not
man.
a
And
truck.
that's black. Got the rims on it and all that. And
What was
a
your-
hybrid, man? Gets good value.
Yeah,
good value.
You were
Gas
saying-
mileage.
You were saying that you used to fill the tank up a couple of times a week. Now it's once a week.
Oh, now it's once a month.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really
The
good.
trick is when you're in the truck, you just got to drive careful. You don't want to
Right.
get the revs too high, so I try not to get over sort of 50, 51 kilometres an hour.
Yeah,
Well,
nice.
That's round town or open road, either way.
You said you've got 2 trucks. One's a,
Nissan Tida. Nissan Tita. That's a bit of a gas guzzler, man, to be honest.
Yeah,
Was it like
they're
a
heavy-
1.3?
They're a heavy truck.
It's a 1300, yeah.
Real heavy truck.
Yeah, it's got a few more dings in it. That one needs a bit of body work, which
They-
I'll get round to at some point.
Well,
but,
they say the Tita's the truck's truck.
Oh, yeah.
No, they don't
yeah,
say
yeah.
that.
It's a truck.
No,
it's a truck
they-
use truck.
Yeah,
a real
yeah,
truck.
The only problem,
like my truck.
the main thing I've got to sort of do up on that is there's a little bit of dust on my reversing camera.
Oh, yeah.
You made me sick.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Now, fellas, I've been approached by Car Magazine
Oh, sweet.
at the Herald there. They're
Auto.
the Auto magazine, because they know that I'm into my cars and so forth, and they're wanting
You're
to
a shithead. I mean, what do you call it?
Motorhead. Yeah.
I prefer the first one.
Got grease all over my hands. That's why you probably wonder,
Yeah,
actually.
grease monkey.
Yeah. When I come in, you go, "Why is Hoodie J covered in grease?" Because I'm always tinkering in the garage.
It's weird, yeah, because it's like
Normally
grease
cheese,
with
cheese
cheese
balls.
balls mixed in it. Yeah, it's really weird.
Well, no, as I say, that's always after that. I get cheese balls. And but incidentally, I don't appreciate my privacy being exploited like that, Keyzie. I found it a bit pervy, to be honest.
Well, a video of you on our Hodaki Instagram buying cheese balls.
Yeah, that you took from your car. But anyway, I've been approached about the Big Show and the Big Show hosts and their rides.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
are you
So-
guys keen on that?
I'm real
Yeah,
keen
man.
on that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, did you tell them that I'm, out of the three of us, I'm kind of bigger into cars than you guys?
Oh, I said your dad was massively into cars.
Yeah.
No, but
and he did
I
a lot
also...
of work on your little truckie.
It's not a little truckie, it's a Chevy truck, which we restored.
Yeah,
and
which
obviously it's my
yeah.
pride and joy,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
very passionate about it. So if
It's
they're
amazing
keen...
that you're so proud of it, considering your dad did all the work. But all good.
Well, no, he
Yeah,
did.
totally.
He did a lot of the work and taught me how to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for next time.
Yeah. For when you
Well,
do,
this is the second
when
time
you
we've
get your
done
next truckie.
No, I'm going to keep that truckie forever.
Because what are you riding again, Mogi?
Tita, Nissan Tita.
Well, obviously they don't want to do a thing on him and
Rocking
his...
a bit of a four-banger. Yeah, and I think it's got about 1,500 C's in it.
Oh, you
I got
cheeky.
1.7.
Got a bit of horse in there, have you? Bit of a kick in the
It's
mule
funny,
there.
man, when you give it death, when you put your foot to the floor there. Takes off, man.
What are you looking at? 1 to 100?
Oh.
0 to 100.
No, that's the thing. Tita's so fast, it's never on
It's
zero.
never on
bro.
zero,
Never
mate.
on
She's always-
zero. Yeah,
she's always
moving.
revving.
She's always moving.
Okay.
Oh, I've never got up to 100.
Oh, okay.
It's all right. Just use around town, you know.
You haven't done
Sort of
100
like go-
kilometres.
sort of
She's
go
a
around
zippy
town.
zappy with a bit of grunt.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, hang on. He's got a Nissan Tita,
Nissan.
a Nissan Tita. What have you got?
A Hyundai pony.
He's got a Nissan Tita. You've got a Hyundai Pony.
Yeah.
man.
Do they care about that stuff, or do they just want to do me and my
Oh,
truck?
no, I told them about that. They were massive. Speaking of 0 to 100, the old Hyundai, 0 to 100, mate, 18 seconds.
Yeah, boy.
She
Killing it
is, yeah, and that's
That'd
foot to the floor.
That'd have you slam back in your seat. Wouldn't
Oh,
it? A few
mate,
G's, a few
mate.
G forces.
I don't like to get over 100,
No,
given I don't
freak
have my
out.
license.
I freak out.
Yeah.
So they want to do an article on the three of us and our rides, and they're keen on your Hyundai Pony
Yes.
and your Tita.
The
Yeah.
three of us or the two of
Oh,
us?
no, you and me.
Yeah.
They don't want me.
No, they didn't mention you, Keyzie. I suppose I could put in a word for you or something like that.
Well, I don't
but,
want to be part of this terrible sounding magazine if it's just a magazine
You
about
and your old banger.
Yeah, what are you rocking there?
what in my truck.
No, not your truck. What else have you got? What do you normally drive around in?
Well, if it's sunny, I
In
drive
your
my truck.
Perv-mobile, making
Yeah,
videos of people in private.
Just you buying cheese
Yeah, what
balls
is
at
it?
dairy.
What
do you drive?
I drive my day-to-day car. If it's raining, is a Honda Accord.
What if it's not raining?
If it's sunny, I bring my truck. So they don't want me in there at all. They just want you guys and Mike.
You were
and his
saying that you don't
Nissan
really
Tita.
drive your truck, though, because you don't like to use the rubber off your tyres.
I did not say.
I actually had a friend, true story, that didn't drive his car because he didn't want to wear off the rubber on his tyres.
Yeah.
That's a true story, that.
Not me, mate. I'm out there burning rubber. Actually, I'm not. Tyres are very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet they are.
By the way, you can tell this magazine to go and shove it.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Hey, had a good one on the weekend. Crashed
What
a
you
car.
got on it?
Crashed
Oh.
another car.
Oh,
Da-douche. Well, not me, but my wife.
My wife.
my wife!
And she was off to the old gymnasium.
Right, okay. Did you finally get her to go, did you?
She was doing gymnastics, man.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I do a bit of ribbon work at the gym.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
You strike me as a ribbon man. Yeah. Anyway, she was in such a rush to get out the door because she'd been sort of buggering around inside the house, cleaning and all that, you know. And
It's not what you said off here.
and what did I say off here?
Well, you always the one that has to do all the cleaning and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you're forever banging on about
Oh,
it.
yeah, but this day I made her.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I just sort of got in a bit of a huff, you know.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's one of the tricks of the trade,
Silent
Keyzie. Oh, yeah,
The
I'll let
old
you know about that one,
Keyzie
brother.
wobbly bottom lip.
Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, she went flying out the door. She jumped in the car that she usually uses, and she just gassed it, you know,
Yeah.
blindly without checking any of the mirrors or looking over her shoulder or anything like that. And parked into our other car that was directly behind her car.
Yes.
Oh, no. Not
Yeah.
the Teeter.
No, she was in the Teeter.
The Nissan Teeter.
Yeah, she went
but-
douche straight over the top of the Aqua, caved the roof in the bastard,
Wow.
straight over the back of it, and then just sort of landed out on the road there.
So she-
Teeter's fine.
Right. So,
Teeter,
but
so
she
you
went...
can't
She's a
bust a
solid
Teeter.
car, the Teeter.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
can't
know.
find a Teeter.
Yeah.
But it's still a hatchback.
So you know Teeter is Japanese for douche.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's incredible. It's caught on in Japan. But so it's sort of monster trucked over the Toyota Aqua, and then the Teeter was totally fine.
Totally fine.
Hang
totally
on,
fine.
hang on.
But the Aqua has been written off.
Oh, no.
Is the
Absolutely
Aqua
written
your
off.
wife's car?
My wife?
My wife. You've got
Yeah,
the
it is.
Teeter, she's got the Aqua.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah.
Generally. So, yeah, bit of a bugger.
Far out.
I don't know if it's insured.
The
For
Aqua.
that.
The
For that.
Aqua or
Yeah,
the
for
Teeter?
that. No,
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be insured.
So it
I haven't got the Teeter insured because you can't stop it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, they probably won't insure it just because.
Oh, I mean, in fairness to your wife, I've done that a few times, Mogi.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, backed into my own car.
But his wife drove over the top of the Aqua in the Teeter.
With my Hyundai.
In defence of her, man, she thought it was the neighbour's dog.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
With my Hyundai pony.
Oh.
We used to, you know how sometimes your steering's off?
Yes.
Used to always veer left all the time.
Oh, it needs an alignment.
And I remember, just clipping about 7 cars just sitting on the curb there. Just couldn't straighten the bastard out there, Keyzie.
Well, you should go get that
You
fixed.
must have had some car disaster stories, Keyzie.
One time I was at a roundabout and I stopped and the car behind me didn't rear-ended my Ford Falcon AU XR6 2001 Series 2.
You buggered that up.
And then they drove off and I had to pay for it. Yeah, so that was cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Text us 3483 or give us a call if you've got a car disaster story.
Yeah.
Or call us 0800 Hodaki.
Yeah.
What are you going to replace the Aqua with, a Vitz? Or a
Well, I
Jazz?
might get a hold of that pony if you still got it, man.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
We're talking car disasters.
Brum, brum.
After Moogie's wife backed the car, his Teeter over the Aqua, monstered it and
Gutted, man.
basically demoed the Aqua. The
Well, it's
Teeter's
because we've
fine.
got the 64-inch rims on the old Teeter there.
No, it'll be 14-inch or like
64s,
64?
yeah. They're big wheels,
I
bro.
tell you what, my one's running the 84s on the pony. Paul, you mad bastard, how's life? Paul?
Paul.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good, mate.
Good.
You got a car disaster story, I believe.
Yeah, it's quite a big one. We live in the Wairarapa and we were moving a horse over the hill a few years ago and...
Was it in the passenger seat or the back seat?
Pardon?
Was it in the passenger seat or the back seat?
The horse?
No, it actually had a float. It was
Oh,
a float.
the old
yeah,
float.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And some guy was flashing us to pull over, so we got out of the car and said, what's your problem? And he said, your car's on fire, mate. And I looked around and there was flames underneath the car.
Oh, Lordy.
So I told the family to jump out and the whole car caught fire and they had to call the fire brigade from Featherstone and Upper Hutt to come put out and the car was written off.
Oh, mate.
Wow. That is
Pretty
harrowing.
intense. How the hell did that happen?
Just an electrical fire, apparently.
All right.
God, the horse must have had a hell of a look on its face.
Yeah.
But luckily, some guy towed the horse home for us.
Oh, good on you, Paul, you backbone.
That's good. Well, I tell you what, Paul, this will replace that car for you, mate. You can have a BK voucher for calling us, all right?
Oh, good on you, lad. Thanks very much.
Good on
Yeah,
you.
no worries,
Paul.
mate.
I tell you what,
Paul's
actually...
the goddamn backbone.
Paul's
Paul's the mirror of the Wairarapa.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Really?
The old float, eh? She's tricky as. We've done that when we were vets, weren't we, mate?
Yeah.
You know, had to transport your bullocks and so forth and the old...
Oh, were you
float.
farm vets?
I'd love to see you manoeuvring a float there, Keyzie.
I think I'd be fine, Jace.
Yeah, do you think so?
Yeah.
A lot of weight you're carrying there. I mean, not you. I mean, the float.
Yeah, mate. I'm used to
you've got
backing up a
you've
big
got
trailer.
two big bulls in there.
Going at it.
You don't want to
How many
mess it up.
songs?
Why are they going at it?
Oh, you don't want two bulls in the same float, mate.
Right.
As we found out.
Yeah.
Not
Yes.
good.
Yeah, not good.
Someone here drove their Mitsubishi Lancer down a flight of concrete stairs thinking it was a ramp. Still sweet as a nut, although it massively pulls to the left at all times.
I don't know if you want to drive it up a ramp or downstairs.
Yeah.
So, and then someone here's having a go at my XR6, so...
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Speaking of pumping your tyres up, Keyzie, getting a lot of jip about the fact that your little truckie that your dad did for you can't go in the rain, apparently.
Well, first of all, it was a father-son project, so I did a lot of the work as well. Okay? But yes, I finally yesterday in Auckland, it wasn't raining, and so I could take my truck out. It's an old truck. And
Tell us about your truck, first of all, for the people that don't know about
your little
right,
truckie.
So I've got stop calling it a little truckie. I've got an old 67 Chevy truck, pride and joy, absolutely love it. My dad and I restored it and painted it and did the whole thing, and so I like to drive it around. However, the weather in Auckland is absolutely terrible.
It is.
And I'm really fussy. I don't want to drive it in the rain, right, because it's an old car. So yesterday
But can you clarify that for me?
Yeah,
because I'm not 100%. Because in my mind, I'm like, is that paint related?
Nope.
And not wanting to clean it, or is it a concern about sliding out and crashing?
Yeah.
No.
I'm a bit confused
Or is it
about
something
it too.
else?
Well, that's actually a good point because old school rear wheel drive cars can get a bit unruly especially if you've got a V8 as well. But it's mainly because on my Instagram story, I did like a build story.
Yeah, I
And you
remember.
can see the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's heaps of video of Don going hard.
Yeah, he was going real hard.
Yeah, so
Good
Chris
on
KNZ,
Don.
you can go there. You can see the amount of rust I cut out of that truck when we first got it.
That Don cut out, yeah.
Well, to be fair,
yeah.
I cut it out. He repaired it because I don't know how, but he was teaching me. But it was honestly 2 years of work. It was so much work, and so now I don't like to drive it in the rain just in case water gets stuck in it somewhere. I just don't want to go through that ever again.
Right.
I want to drive it how it is until I'm an old man.
Right, okay.
Whereas I put a photo up saying it's finally dry. You can drive my truck today, and people were like, "Why can't it go in the rain? What kind of car can't go in the rain?
Yeah,
Do the wipers not work?"
I have to say it's not very manly, Keyzie.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's raining. I can't take my truckie out.
Jace,
Yeah, all womanly.
Yeah,
All
I don't
womanly.
care about being manly, mate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But everyone's like, "What if it goes in the rain? What will happen?" And so I just got annoyed and started saying it'll explode.
So that is a good question. I mean, I guess what they're saying is, why can't the car? There's nothing wrong with the car.
Nah.
The owner's insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I think
'Cause
people.
why do you wear a bandana when you drive it?
Did you see me in one?
Yeah, and with your bandana on your head there. What's that about?
And the aviators too, I suppose.
Yeah.
I just think it's cool,
Right.
and I've just got Zeppelin on repeat too when
Yeah.
I'm driving.
I bet.
And
Yeah,
Leonard
yeah.
Skinner.
And an
But
American flag with an eagle on it.
Yeah.
And that's on your singlet.
yeah, I'm a singlet. Yeah, got my Harley Davidson.
He actually came in yesterday, Mogi, when he brought the truck in and said, I brought in the shaggin' wagon, Hoity J. And I was like, well, Keyzie, come on, mate, you're in the
Careful.
workplace. I
Yeah.
mean, is that why did you call it the shaggin' wagon?
Well, I didn't call it the shaggin' wagon. I called it the something that rhymes with truck.
Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're obviously getting
yeah.
your wires crossed there. And but I try to drive it in when it's a nice day. But I got I reckon 50 plus messages on Instagram being like, "Oh, why doesn't your truck go in the rain? Oh, what a
Right.
stupid truck, Keyzie."
Yeah,
Just
people
wanted to-
being mean.
Yeah, people being
Yeah,
mean.
You know what?
yeah,
The thing about it is, man, they're jealous.
Yeah.
They want a truck that they can't take in the rain too.
No, it can go in the it can go in the rain.
Because with my Chevy, I...
Do you have a Chevy?
Yeah, man. I only drive it, in fairness to you, Keyzie, in the back blocks, in the rugged sort of terrain and stuff. So I get where you're coming from. It's just, I'm not going to drive my little truckie because it's wet.
It's not little. What kind of Chevy have you got?
Pardon?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
It's the Big Show Community Notice Board.
That's a throwback.
Yeah, totally, man.
Tracy doesn't even work here anymore. That's,
I honestly think that's one of your best stings.
I did
Keyzie.
not make that sting because...
Seriously, that is really good.
Really? It's just...
I don't find it irritating at all.
Thanks,
Now,
man.
I don't like to usually take advantage of my position being a top radio DJ.
Oh, really?
It's not about my own self-gain, but I've got a car to sell. And I just want to put it out to the punters, because I went on Trade Me and stuff, and because of the stuff I'd done on Trade Me previously, I've been banned from Trade Me.
Because you tried to rip people off.
Well, I didn't try to. I did rip people
You'd
off.
buy stuff and then not send them the money, but show up and take the thing away.
You know how they have the rating?
Yeah.
Like 100% positive feedback? I had a 3% positive feedback.
That's probably too good, to be fair.
Yeah, I think that was my mum.
What are you trying to sell, mate?
I've got a Daihatsu Syrian. Oh, she's a belter of a car, mate.
Mid-2000s, small Japanese hatchback.
Yeah, blue. Sort of.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vibrant or neon-ish sort of blue.
It doesn't really matter what colour it is. It's
Well, no, colour's important in a car, Keyzie.
Not this car. I don't think.
2006.
Right, so right in that punishing sort of gap where there's a crap load of them.
Right.
There's heaps of them in New
I
Zealand.
don't feel like you're supporting me at the moment and trying to get rid of this. I'm trying to get rid of it.
Right,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Look, I'll be totally honest and upfront with you. Needs major work.
Okay, so this... Okay.
And I was told by the mechanic today that parts will be an absolute bastard to come by.
Right.
In fact, virtually impossible. But I'm thinking it could be one of those, a project for a car enthusiast out there.
So just to clarify, you think that...
Oh, wait, Keyzie. It needs 4 new wheels, too.
What happened to the wheels?
Oh, it is poked.
The wheels or the tyres?
Well, the tyres and the wheels.
The wheels are knackered.
Yeah.
Right, that's a very... Okay.
The shaft thing that goes in the wheel?
Right.
That's all sort of rusted out and stuff like that.
So the inside of the
realise
axle...
I haven't driven it for about 5 years. It's sitting in my backyard at the moment.
Right, okay, so I've just done a quick Google. How many K has it done?
450,000.
That is very high.
Is it?
Well, there is a... what is
One
it?
owner, though.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
NZ new?
Yeah.
Whatever, it was imported. So there's one here I've got literally popped up straight away. 2006, it's done 43,000 K. It's $6,000.
Right, okay.
And it's warranted and registered. Is yours?
Oh, look, I'm asking for a little bit more. I'm asking 8K or near offer.
Is it registered at least or warranted?
Oh, no, it hasn't been registered since 2019.
And it's got rusty axles and needs new wheels?
Yes.
Right. But it's vibrant, though, you were saying?
Oh, it's a neat little car.
Right. And which engine has it got in it?
It's got a K3 VE 66 kilowatt 1300 engine. So she's a real nippy little bastard.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which transmission has it got? Has it got the 4-speed automatic or the 5-speed manual?
Pardon?
Does it have a stick to make the gears go up? Or does it do it by itself?
Has a stick that makes the gears go up.
Right, okay,
Yeah,
so it's a
yeah,
manual, it's got
yeah,
a
yeah.
fire. Okay, cool. So, honestly, I'm thinking with all this put together, it's probably worth $200. So I do think...
You're a fool, Keyzie.
I think you are asking a bit too
You
much.
are a fool.
Is it full of dart smoke as well?
Oh, yeah, there's a few burns in the upholstery.
Right, is there chip
And
crumbs
it
everywhere?
absolutely reeks of, durries.
Right. I think $100.
And remember that sex wax we got?
Oh, yeah,
I
right.
spilt that on some of the back, on the back sort of thing,
Right.
on the back seat there. So it's a dodgy looking stain, but don't worry about it.
Well, I tell you what. So it's got a sex stain in the back as well. Sorry, sex wax stain. If anyone out there is listening and thinks...
Oh, no, it's a sex stain.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
If anyone out there is listening and thinks this sounds like an absolute bargain, give us a text on 3483, Jace, all right? We'll
Yep.
see if we can hook you up with someone.
8K or near offer.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
A rather embarrassing moment today. You'll be aware of the fact that I've bought a new car.
Oh, the Nissan Teeter.
Yeah, just by the way, you mentioned this last night, Mogi, about the survey. My new Teeter, yes or no?
Yes.
Turned fully around, mate. 90% yes.
Oh, I thought so, yeah. That
which,
makes more sense
which
to
was
me.
inevitable. But anyway, so I had this other car to get rid of, right? My daughter's car, which was poked. The mechanic said, just get rid of it.
What was the make and the model, just so I can picture it, and the colour if you can?
I think it's called a Daihatsu Syrian.
Yes.
So it's just
Probably white or blue.
No, it's blue.
Oh,
yeah,
blue.
just a pokey little get
Like
from A to B
Early
kind of number.
2000s little micro hatchback thing.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Well, it is, Jace.
I don't know, man. I just bought it for my, it was $1,200.
Well, if you didn't just buy it, maybe next time you'll still have it and it'll still run.
$1,200,
Guys,
and that was 5 years ago,
Right.
Keyzie.
Hey, guys. Jace, can I hear the rest of your story, man?
Thanks, mate. And so anyway, my daughter called the wreckers and brought her car over to be dumped. And he came over yesterday and took the car key for it.
Sure.
And we thought he was going to actually pick it up yesterday, but he didn't. But anyway, he turned up today. And it was another dude, apparently. And he comes down the drive and he starts talking to me. And I was like, oh, that's a really interesting accent. I don't know what that accent is. And I was trying to place it. But anyway, that's by the by. He said, do you know where the key is? And I said, oh, no. Apparently a dude came over yesterday and he picked up the key. And he said, oh, no worries. No worries. I'll go back to the truck and I'll give the boys a call and see where they've left the key.
So far, so good.
So he comes down. And as he is walking down the drive, and I'm just standing by the car in the drive, gives me the thumbs up, and I go, great. It was in the hubcap, it turned out. Pulled the hubcap off, and there was the key. He gets in the car, and then he starts sort of tootling with the car, but at the same time, while I'm standing there, he starts talking. And he's talking away.
Oh, God.
And I'm standing there, and I'm going, is he talking a completely different language? And initially I couldn't quite make out what he was saying. And then I went, oh, my God, he's talking another language. I don't know what this language is. Does he expect me to understand what he's saying? And it was some Middle Eastern or something like that. I'd literally never heard this language before. And we were about 30 seconds in, and he was chatting away, 30 seconds in, and I went, sorry, man, I've got no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And at this stage, he was ripping off the what do you call it, the license plate. And he sort of looked up and gave me a weird little look. And then he carried on talking. And it was in his native tongue, I assume.
Yeah.
And he's chatting away there for about 20 or 30 seconds, and I was going, oh my God, this is a classic Hoity J moment. What the is going on? I don't know what's happening. And so once again, I went, I'm really sorry, man. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. And he looked up at me and he cracked up and he went, oh, no, mate, I'm just talking to the boys back at the depot. And it was then that I noticed that he had, like, comms on.
An earpiece.
An earpiece and stuff. And I went, oh, my God, you massive marnus. But it got worse from there.
Oh, good.
Because then he opened up the boot and I hadn't taken my dillies out.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.